right, fans, we got the electronics all set up. Got Jace Verardi on the mound for the Bombers. Went 1-2-3 in the first inning. Let's see, we had a fly ball to Jace, a fly ball to Jack Brides at shortstop, and a fly ball to left field, Trey Henry. All three were caught. 1-2-3. Bombers did get either a hit or a walk in the first inning. Advanced a runner all the way to second, but ended up stranding that runner. So now we've got a 2-0 ball game. We are playing the high school Ralston Valley team. This is their level 3 team, so it should be freshmen and sophomores. I think they have 2 teams. This one is the blue one. The Bombers are all 14U. Also, some of these boys 2 years older. In Henry's case, he's 13. He's our he's our third baseman right now. So Henry is 13, just turned 13 actually. So some of these guys might even be pushing 3 years older than our guys. So that is the situation, playing a high school team. It's part of the league we're in this year. And we are getting killed mostly by these high school teams, but we're getting great experience. Jace with 2 runners on here. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that is ball 4. So that's going to put our third runner on. Bases are loaded. Jack throws over to Henry, but ball gets away from him, and the runner scores on that play. That's okay. Throwing the ball around a little bit, probably getting a little bit antsy. Matt's going to come out and talk to him and make sure that we remember how to play baseball. Probably tell him a dirty joke, maybe a limerick. They're 14 now, so limericks are not off limits anymore. Coach Dusty was with us to start the game. Coach Dusty had to go to his daughter's play, so we wish him well. Wish his daughter Maya well. I think it's Maya. I'm not positive. Anyway, Mason's still here, so we'll have Mason and Coach Matt and Coach Casey. Do not have Coach Patrick today. Unfortunately. Used him tonight with Coach Dusty out. Bombers doing okay at this moment. Once again, 2 runners on. Runner goes to third on the pitch. Throw way outside, but a good backup from the shortstop, Jack Brides, keeping that runner at third on the play. So runners are safe at second and third. Got 2 on, 2 outs, 1 ball, no strikes. That one a ball. It's ball 2. For a strike, but swung on and fouled away to the right field side. That'll be strike 1, so we have 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 runners on, runners at second and third, 2 outs. Bombers hoping to get out of this inning with just 3 runs here. See what happens. Ball hit sharply to Jack at shortstop, but not able to handle it. I So we did not get an out on that play. One run did come in and score on that play, and we now have runners at the corner. Runners at the corners. Runner goes, but that's not going to garner a throw since there is a runner at third. Okay, runners at second and third. Chase with a high pitch. Evens the count at 1. We have 1-1. Ball hits sharply into left field. That'll roll pretty much all the way to the fence, and now it's relayed in over to third, but not in time to get the runner. So runner with a triple, safe at third. All right, it's gonna, I think, be 5-0 now, if I'm not mistaken. 6-0, and that first pitch in for a strike, swung and missed. Underneath it, I thought it might drop a little bit more. It did not. That one a perfect strike right down the middle, swung on and fouled to the left side. Windy day here at Long Lake for Nevada. That ball just a little bit inside, comes off the backstop pretty sharply, and no runner coming in from third. Close to being a passed ball, but luckily the runner didn't come in. No runners to advance, so not a pass ball. Ball outside. That ball high, comes off a real glove, but the runner stays at third. Thanks. Went in for a strike at the top of the zone. That is strike 3, and that'll change sides. All right, the Bombers give up 6 on the frame. We'll look to get a few of those back. Bottom of the second coming up. The Bombers are the home team. Games are 2 hours in this league, so at the end of 2 hours, if the home team, that'd be the Bombers, is ahead, they will not play the bottom of the inning. If they get ahead in the bottom of the inning, they will end the game, and the Bombers will otherwise bat last. Let's step aside and thank one of our sponsors.
I own Post Oak Barbecue in Denver, Colorado. This thing started back in 2019. Decided to go out on a limb and pursue a passion project. And I'm all self-taught, and the obsession turned into a restaurant. Texas barbecue, to me, is great meat, Very little sauce involved, simple rubs that do nothing but highlight the meat and highlight technique. Bringing that to Denver was a very important thing for me. We are known for brisket, so we use Nolan Ryan beef, USDA prime, and we've really made a name for ourselves on brisket. Our brisket is so set apart from everybody else's brisket. I'm very proud of that. We do several things with it. We top loaded baked potatoes. We top, we call it dirty mac, top our jalapeno bacon mac and cheese. Really, we go for those traditional Texas flavors.
All right, Nolan Fratsky leading off the inning for the Bombers. First pitch in for a strike looking. Ball high. Ball low and outside. Nolan hits it right back up the middle to the pitcher. Ball squirts through to second, but the throw is in time from the second baseman who came over to make the play. Brings up Henry Gardner. Henry looks at the first pitch. First pitch was a strike. Second pitch a ball. Count is even at 1. Ball very high. Henry ahead in the count, 2-1. Catcher has gone out to have a little conversation with the pitcher, make sure he's keeping it in control. Ball inside. I thought that was ball 3, but apparently it was ball 4. Okay, so we must have messed up that first pitch. It was not a strike, it was a ball. Okay. So Henry walks on 4 straight balls. That one in for a low outside strike. It's can't quite see who's up to bat. Ball high. It's Jace Ferrardi up to bat, pitcher. So he's going to try to claw back some of those 6 runs here. That ball thrown to second from the catcher, and they do catch Henry stealing. A rare caught stealing for the Bombers. A little bit unwise to send Henry on that particular throw, but we got Coach Casey over here at first. I think it's maybe his first time. Not sure if Matt's calling the steals from third over there. But either way, Henry not quite fast enough to outrun the good throwdown from the high school level catcher. Okay, Jace does put it into play, goes over to the second area, and then the throw to first is in time. Actually went to the shortstop on that. So Bombers go down with only one runner on. Score remains 6-0. And the Bombers will try to hold it there in our next inning. I suspect Jace Ferrari returning to the mound, so we will step aside and thank another sponsor.
Flatirons Dance is a dance studio home to ages 2 to adult. We offer classes in jazz, tap, lyrical, ballet, and competition team. I started Flatirons because I've grown up in Arvada. I love this town. I love the people here. My family and I reside in Arvada. And I just wanted a studio, much like the studio that I grew up in, a family environment that is fun and teaches kids dance while teaching them other skills.
Grandma Janet is complaining about some crackling here at the game. Yeah, the wind is absolutely blowing, Grandma Janet. It is maybe a 40-mile-an-hour gust with a pretty steady 10-15-mile-an-hour wind here. So yeah, everything's moving a lot. All right, Bombers have returned Jace Ferrari to the mound for this inning. Jace looking to limit the damage here. Pretty big kid up to bat. Looks like about maybe 6'2", 200 pounds. absolute beast of a kid. See what kind of swing he can deliver. That pitch outside. Jace just catches the corner, I guess. 3-1. Pitch inside. Not sure if it hit him or not, but the batter is on first either way. They are going to have a courtesy runner for that batter. That must be the catcher. I noticed the catcher was a pretty big kid. He didn't get a courtesy runner for the pitcher and the catcher. All right, no outs, 1 on. Bombers down by 6. Runner goes. High foul ball over towards the third base side, but way out of play. Henry can't get there since there's a fence in the way. Okay, runner has about an 8-foot lead. Does go. Pitch hard hit up to short, squirts through, actually rolls all the way past the left fielder and does bring in the runner. Stand-up double for the RV Blue team. All right, runner goes to third. No throw from the catcher, Will Hall. Pitch high and came down a little bit deep into the zone. So. Balls, no strikes. Ball hit sharply back up the middle, squirts through the infield, does score the run, and that is a single for the RV Blue team. Runner goes, but we will not get a throw down. Ball low and outside. Okay, we got 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on second, no outs. RV up 8-0. That ball, high fly ball over towards the right field side. Caught in the air by center fielder Chance Van Giesen, who came over. I'm sorry, actually Chance was playing second, so Chance backing up onto the grass makes the catch. That'll be one down for the Bombers, one away. We got runner on second. He does go high. Ball hit to the shortstop and overthrown at first. Runner scores and batter goes to second. So we do have, I would say, an error. I think one error on the play. Is he? All right, that one hit really hard to left field. Caught by the center fielder. Center fielder Mason Kalupa coming over on the play. All right, runner on second. 2 outs. Runner goes. No throw. Runner safe at third. So runner at third, 2 outs, 1 strike. The ball high. Another high pitch. That one comes to the backstop. The throw not in time. And the runner does score from third. So we've got 9-0 for the RV Blue team. Jace could probably use a good pep talk right about now. Honestly, not pitching badly. Throwing strikes, which is what you need to do in 14U. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. A couple balls, but not too bad. Batters are swinging. That first pitch in for a strike, so maybe his mental state is just fine. That one outside, squirts through. So not a pass ball or a wild pitch. Just a ball. That pitch hit back to, hit over to, oh my goodness, Jack, the shortstop, unable to make that grab and squirts through. Yeah, Jace just not getting the effort from his infield that he really needs. A lot of balls running through the infield right now, and some passed balls. Score is now 10-0. Got a runner on first. Runner goes, but no throw from Will Hall. Runner goes. Will stops the throw, but not in time to attempt to throw over to third, and the runner's safe at third. Okay, count is I think 3-1. If I'm not mistaken, 3-1. Our scoreboard a little behind today. All right, so I think that pitch in for a strike, so we should have a full count here. All right, full count, swing and a miss. And that was not a full count. I am wrong about that. Okay, well, unfortunately, the scoreboard not updating as fast as I needed to in order to sound smart, and I am missing everything here. That ball high, and that'll put the runner on first. So we got runners at the corners, and Will have a little talk with Jace. All right, 2 outs, runners at the corners. Swing and a miss. That is strike 1. The runner goes to second. I'm going to call that defensive indifference at this point. The score is 10-0. I don't know when that technically comes into play, but certainly we're not throwing behind the runner at third. And at this point, what point would there be in doing that anyway? Even if you could make that throw, you're not gonna. All right, pitch outside. You got 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners at second and third. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch low. 3 balls, 1 strike. All right, we'll set it a little bit on the inside of the plate. That pitch swung on and hit over to the right field side. It looks like it is fair, and it does roll pretty far foul, so the ball coming around now. And the batter stops at second, so that does score the 2 runners at second and third. And so it is now 12-0 RV Blue. We have had a scheduling change. Our games that were scheduled for Sunday have been rescheduled to Saturday, and that is going to affect Coach Matt's calculus as far as who he pitches today and whether he uses all of his pitchers. They are required to have 3 days rest if they do, I think it's 35 or 45 pitches in this league. So Coach Matt will be very careful putting in a new pitcher today. Runner advances to third. 3 balls, no strikes. That one in for a good strike. Batter probably not used to this pitch speed. Kind of tries to come out of his shoes a little bit on that one. That ball hits sharply to right field. Rolls over to the right fielder, who relays it in to Chance Van Giesen, but it does score 1 on the play on the base hit. So Ralston Valley Blue now up 13-0. Coach Matt coming out for a conversation. We'll see what he does. Looks like he is taking. He is taking the ball, and he's going to put Jack Brides in at pitcher, it looks like. So we will get a pitching change here. Again, Matt having to be very careful with his pitchers right now, because any pitcher that hits 35 pitches in this game or the next one, or a doubleheader tonight, has to rest 3 days, and that means they're out of commission for Saturday's games. Jack Bride's warming up. Looking to pitch about 50 miles an hour. It's pretty normal for pitchers at 14U. We see a big range. We see 50, we see 60s. Every once in a while we see a kid managing to hit 70 at 14U, but it's pretty rare. Especially in Double A where we usually play. All right, that one mid-50s. That looks to be about Jack's top speed, right about 55, 455. I'd have to look up and see. This might be Jack's first pitching performance for the Bombers this season. I am incorrect. Jack did make an appearance against Arvada West on the 31st of March, so this is his second appearance for the Bombers this season. Looks like he had 23 pitches in that game. There was one hit, 5 runs, 5 of them earned, so 4 walks. Jack looking maybe for a little bit of redemption here. Again, 14U, what you're mainly looking for is strikes. We'll get super fancy with the pitches. We'll have an off-speed pitch, we'll have a fastball, but that's pretty much it. After that, you're just trying to get into the zone and let the batter hit. Depend on your defense to pick you up. Looks like Jack's just about warmed up. Will not be a throwdown since we came in the middle of the inning. So Jack ready to hit, or to pitch. Jack ready to pitch, and RV Blue ready to hit. Get back to some baseball here. Runner goes from first. Ball low in the dirt. Is stopped by Will, so the runner will have to stay at second. That is ball 1, so the count 1-0. Runner goes towards third. Ball squirts away from Will here, and so we won't get a throw. Runner is safe at third. We have 2 balls, no strikes. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at third. 2 outs. Bombers down 13-0. That ball right down the middle, swung on and fouled back over Will. That one low, and batter attempts to golf it and doesn't make contact. Will makes a good stop and keeps it in front of him, so keeps the runner at third, and we now have 2-2. Ball low, does get away from Will. That is going to score the runner. Will's starting to get a workout from chasing balls, so we'll see how long he can last. We do have at least three other people that can play catcher at this moment. With a pitch outside, I should say. Swung on and fouled way back behind the screen. Full count. Swung on and hit deep to center field. And caught by Mason Kalupa in center field. That'll end the inning, end the half an inning, I should say. Bombers coming up in the bottom of the third, trying to climb out of a deep hole, 14-0. Hoping to not get skunked here, I think. We're going to say thank you to a few more sponsors, starting with the guy who's normally manning third base, and that is Coach Dusty. Coach Dusty with his small American family agency over in Golden, Colorado. He helps me protect everything that's important in my life. You know, car insurance, keep that teenager that's about 10 days from getting her license out of trouble if something unexpected should happen. Protect my home from all those perils Colorado weather can bring, hail, wind. Living up here in northwest Arvada, we definitely get some wind. So, you know, if you need some protection, all the things that you've worked hard for, I think you should give Dusty a call. Let him at least give you a competitive quote. I know Dusty doesn't mind at all talking insurance with baseball fans, and he just returned to the game, so I guess the play is over, and Dusty is jogging back onto the field, so we might have Dusty at third. Not sure if he's going to be out of breath, but anyway, if you need Dusty to protect whatever's important in your life, give him a call. I want to talk a little bit about Just Add Water Landscaping. Look, you and I both know you did not climb up on your roof and clean out your gutters like you were supposed to last fall after the leaves fell. And I don't blame you, right? That's a pain in the butt. You don't want to do it. It's dangerous. Why don't you call my friend Kelly Cates? Kelly will climb up on your roof. He'll do it with all the professional tools and expertise that he needs to keep himself safe, keep you out of harm's way so you're not having to climb up on that roof. And while he's over there, why don't you have him turn on your sprinklers for the season? Make sure they're adjusted properly, keep that lawn green without using too much water this season. We do have a drought in Colorado, so give him a call. Just Add Water Landscaping. All right, looks like we're ready to go. Will Hall, our catcher, up to bat. Takes that first pitch, looking for a strike, low and outside, on the outside corner of the plate. Coach Dusty has made it over to third base. Will swing and a miss. That is strike two. So 2 quick strikes on Will. He'll be looking to protect now. Okay, that pitch apparently a ball. So we got 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Will check swing, fouls it off. That pitch high. I think Will trying not to swing on it, but unfortunately bat got in the way. Either way, it doesn't matter. It would have been a ball, I guess, but at least it's not a strike. All right, that one right down the middle. Will caught looking, and that is strike 3. So that'll bring up Carter Prince. Carter without a hit on the season yet, but has come in for 2 runs. So if he does get on, he does tend to come around. He's scored twice on 4 walks this season, so he's looking for his first hit. Carter with a pretty good eye. That ball doesn't need a good eye, very far outside. So Carter now down 1 ball, 2 strikes. He will be looking to protect. And that ball he looks at, and it is dropped. With a dropped third, but the throw an easy one in time for the out. All right, brings up with 2 outs. That'll bring up Mason Kalupa. Mason typically playing shortstop, tonight playing center field. Mason with a .359 average on the season hits it over to the first base side, and it does get through the infield onto the grass, and Mason with another base hit. Padding his stats at this moment. Mason, that is his 15th hit of the season. All right, that brings up signature pink shoes, Chance Van Giesen. Throw over to first, not nearly in time. Mason with a real good head-first dive back into first. Mason took a short lead, did not go on the pitch. Chance Van Giesen hits it over to the first base side in the outfield and is misplayed by the right fielder who had come over, and Chance taking a little bit of a chance, jogging into second for a 2-bagger on the error by the right fielder. Meanwhile, Mason has advanced to third, and the Bombers with 2 runners in scoring position, but 2 outs need to put this ball in play and through the infield in order to score one of these runs. Up to bat is Jack Brides. Jack with a good swing over to third, throw over to first, up the line, and Jack manages to eke out I'm going to call that, gosh, that was a real far throw. It was fully across the diamond. I think I might score that as a hit. Certainly in the majors that would have been an error, but that was a long throw to try to make from third base, and the third baseman was hustling trying to get that throw off with Jack full head of steam going up the line. So the Bombers do score 1, and Trey Henry now up to bat for the Bombers. Trey has had a good season so far. Trey with a .357 average coming into tonight. 10 hits on the season. That ball safe, and the RV Blue team forgets they have a runner on third, throws down to second, trying to catch Jack Brides, who was stealing, and Chance comes home on the play, scoring the second run for the Bombers. All right, Trey swinging at a high pitch, fouls it back against the screen. Trey with a .514 on base percentage. So a real good eye. Gets on more often than not. Hits it over to second base, and it's second baseman can't make the play. That'll bring the throw home, and it squirts away from the catcher, scoring Jack Brides for the Bombers. The third run for the Bombers on a kind of a weird hit from Trey Henry. That one right back up the middle. Couldn't be handled by the shortstop. Okay, Nolan Fratsky up to bat for the Bombers. Nolan typically manning our pitcher's mound in one of the two games. May not get the start today because of that pitching rule. Coach may save him for Saturday. While RV has a little conference on the mound, we'll talk a little bit about Nolan's stats on the season. So Nolan, a .542 average and a .676 on base percentage. Really incredible stats on the season so far. All right, runner at first, 2 outs. That ball hit up to the second baseman, who throws it over to the first baseman for the out. And that'll strand Trey Henry on the play. Bombers will be coming up at the on defense in the top of the fourth inning now. Got about 45 minutes left in the game time. And we are getting a little bit of excitement out of the Bombers. I think maybe they've come awake again. Maybe we'll see some good defense. All right, we got one more sponsor to thank. And that is Night Exteriors. Night Exteriors doing pretty much anything you need on the outside of your house. Shingles on the roof. Need maybe a roofing repair over a tough winter. Maybe your siding's having a little issue after a tough winter. Maybe you need a little bit of paint. Maybe you got some paint peeling. Maybe you need some new windows or a door. Maybe you need new gutters. You know, maybe years of neglecting your gutters, leaving them without getting cleaned has rusted them out, or left you with some issues with your soffits. Why don't you give Night Exteriors a call? Let them come over, take a look at anything you need on the outside of your house. All right, Bombers warming up. We'll try and catch a little bit of the action. Nolan Fratsky over at first base here, warming the infield up. That's Jace Verardi at second. And we got, looks like Chance Van Giesen over at shortstop. And we'll have Henry Gardner at third. Jack Brides back in at pitcher for the Bombers. right, Jack's warmed up. Plate's clean. We are ready to rumble here in the top of the 4th inning. The RV Blue team leads the Bombers 14-3. First pitch right down the middle, hit high up towards the shortstop third base side. Henry Gardner coming in on the play, can't make the grab on the high fly ball. All right, got a runner on first. That pitch right down the middle for a strike swinging. Jack with 2 pitches right over the plate to start the inning. Love to see that. That pitch high. Count is 1-1. Runner goes. Oh, they didn't catch him. Jack, runner went a little early. Jack had managed to step off the back of the rubber, but unfortunately not able to get the out when Jace Ferrardi couldn't handle the throw from Jack. So runner on second now. Count still 1-1. Jack checks the runner and brings it home. Will tries to frame it up over the plate, but it is outside for ball 2. Runner taking a generous lead at second. Will bouncing up, but doesn't make the throw to second. And runner stays there. Jack setting up. Runner's creeped out. Throw high. Good snag by Will Hall to keep it in front of him. Runner stays at second. Pitch down in the dirt. That is going to go for a wild pitch, and the runner advances to third on the play. That is ball 4. Ball 4 will also walk the batter. So we now have runners at the corners on the wild pitch. And we have no outs. 2 on. Should get a stolen base here on the first pitch. Runner stays at first, doesn't go. Not sure why. Runner still at the corners. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner goes. Will holds on to the ball. Runners at second and third. 2 balls, no strikes. Jack comes set, brings it home. Ball hit high over to the left field side. Dropped by Trey Henry, who had come in on the play. Ball does now squirt past Jack, whose vision was blocked by the sun on the throw coming in. Trey over in left field coming in on that play, couldn't make the grab. Okay, Bombers working on an 11-run deficit, have loaded the bases here in the top of the fourth. We have no outs. A pitch outside, ball one. If my wife is listening to the game, she could bring me something to drink. That would be wonderful. Infield is in, and that one goes right back over to Jack, who throws it home, but not in time. That scores one for the RV Blue team. The play was at home, and that is why the infield was in. Ball did go right back to Jack Brides, but thrown past Will here at home, so the Bombers do not get the out. Bombers will probably want that one back. Okay. Jay Marks up to bat for the RV Blue team. Coach telling them he hits hard. I should watch it, but they are in. Infield is in. Oh, that ball comes off of Will's shoulder, squirts behind the plate, and that is ball four. Ball four walks the runner home. It's now 16-17? 17-3. 16-3. 16-3. RV Blue. Bases remain loaded. Wind picking up here a little bit in the evening. The sun low just over the mountains. Runner advances on the, I think the wild pitch. Probably a wild pitch. Runner's now on second and third. First unoccupied. One ball, no strikes. 2 on. Bombers down 17-3. That ball hit sharply over to the right field side. Does manage to hit the grass and relayed in, but not in time to save the run. So we have runners at the corners and another run for the RV Blue team, who is now up 18-3. That ball sails high over Will's head, and that'll score another run for the RV Blue team. And the wild pitch. We have runners at second only. Runner at second only. Pitch inside. Once again, if my wife is listening to the game, it's about to get cold. I'm sure needs another blanket or something. That is pitch inside. but does get rung up. So we have 2-1. Yep, 2-1 is the count. Pitch low and outside. Blocked by Will. Keeps the runner at second. The count is 3-1. Runner on second, no outs. That ball hit over my head and right behind me about 10 feet. Behind home plate here. Okay. Runner advances on a ball 4 to first. Second was unoccupied, so he could have taken, I think he could have taken second. I'm not sure if it was fully unoccupied yet. Anyway, didn't take second, but we're going to get a little bit of a conference here. Coach Dusty has come in to give the boys a pep talk. All right, Bombers are ready to play again. We got runners at the corners, no outs. Jack remaining on the mound, throws a strike. All right, that had dropped third, but first, I'm sorry, not a dropped third. Just a pitch that bounced off Will and bounced a little bit up the line, but Will did a good job chasing it up the line, keeping that runner at third. That looks like 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one squirts past Will, but comes off the backstop pretty sharply, so no runner. Pitching home. Ball squirts over to Henry on a low grounder. Henry's going to have to hustle that over to first. Can't make the play in time. That scores a run for RV Blue. Should be 20-3 now. 20-3, runners at first and second. No outs. well over Will's head. Comes off the backstop, but the runners stay put. Runners at first and second. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Ball fouled, I think fouled over towards the first base side. Nolan can't get there in time, and that ball out of play. All right, that ball hit over to third. Henry takes the ball, tags first, throws over to Nolan, doesn't make the catch, but a good out for the Bombers. Henry stepping on third at the force and trying to get the runner at first. We only get 1 on the play, but Bombers that first important out in the inning. All right, runners at first and second, 1 out. Ball hit deep to left field, over the left fielder Trey Henry's head. He has retrieved it at the fence now, relays it into Chance, who throws it over to third, but not in time. And that is a double for the RV Blue team, advancing the runner who was at first to third now. Okay, runners on second and third. 1 out. That first pitch outside. That pitch inside, swung and a miss. Count is 1-1, 1 out. Runners at second and third. That ball high and outside. That pitch low and inside, swung on for strike 2. Batter, I think, a little frustrated with himself. Swinging on 2 inside pitches now. Batter needs time, backs out, comes back. Jack comes set. That one hit deep into center field over Mason Kalupa's head. He is relaying it into Chance, who has come out to relay. And now we have another double for the RV Blue team, scoring 2 runs. The score now 23-3. RV up by an insurmountable 20 runs here in the 4th inning. Jack, wild pitch outside, advances the runner over to third. Okay, 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner at third. Bombers down 20 runs, 23-3 to the RV Blue team. That ball would have been a passed ball if the runner had come home, but he doesn't. Stays at third. by Will sliding over, making a nice stop on an outside pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. One out, runner at third. Ball outside. Ball 3. The count is 3-1. Jack, I think, will be throwing an inside pitch now. Indeed, and that one squirts right past the umpire, who was trying not to get hit over there by shortstop, and scores another run for RV Blue on the play. Looks like that was the catcher, maybe? And so he will get a courtesy runner. So we have a courtesy runner coming in. All right, RV Blue up 24-3, 21-run delta. That ball hit high up above. And first baseman Nolan Fratsky coming over to make the grab on the extremely high fly ball. Two outs now. Bombers down 24-3. 2 outs, runner on first. Ball hit over to shortstop Chance Van Giesen. Throws it over to first, not in time and up the line. That'll end up putting another runner on base for RV Blue, and they now have 2 runners on. Runners on first and second. First pitch fouled off. Jack asking for a new ball. Coach Matt jogging out there to pick up the one he didn't like. Ooh, that a nice curveball. Or an off speed of some kind. Just fell right off the table. Jack's still enjoying himself out there. Throws it about 15 feet high. At ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. That one right in the zone, but caught and hit deep over to right field. And wow, holy cow, Mason does an absolute nosedive trying to catch that. Ends up in the breakdancing scorpion pose out there on the grass. Ball retrieved by the right fielder and thrown in. But man, what an attempt by Mason Kalupa. Coming over there and making the body dive right into the grass, trying to make that 3rd out. Do love seeing an effort like that. That might get the boys fired up. Maybe we'll get our third out here after all. Okay, that one inside. Gets past Will. No runner. Runner didn't advance, so just goes for a ball. One ball. One ball, no strikes. Runner on second. Jace Ferrardi, the second baseman, trying to hold on the runner, but Jack bringing it home for strike one, so we have a 1-1 count. Right, the count is 1-1. That one high and out inside. Will did a good job trying to frame it up, but just a little bit too far outside the zone for the umpire's liking. All right, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Ball inside. Quite a ways inside. Runner has to, our batter has to duck that one. All right, that a strike right down the middle, but Jack, unfortunately, a little bit off on his count. Didn't realize that was only 2 strikes, so he'll have to come back up there and throw another one. All right, we do have a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second, runner goes. That ball inside, and that'll put that runner on base. And now we have runners at the corners. Jack thought he'd finally gotten out of the inning, but it was not to be. I had ball 4. They're arguing over whether that was ball 4 or not. Oh, it might have hit the runner. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Not at this point, it don't matter. 23-run delta. Whether he got hit or whether it was ball 4, it does not matter. Appreciate the RV sportsmanship, trying to call it a dead ball when it got called a walk. That ball high and outside. Again, Will trying to move it back into the zone, and the umpire having none of it. That ball hit deep out to the outfield. Mason catches it off one hop, throws it into second, but not in time to catch the runner who was coming over from first. That does score a run for RV. We now have a 24-point deficit. The score is 27-3. All right, 27-3. We got 2 outs, 2 on, runners at first and second. First pitch inside. We do have 13 minutes left in game time. I'm not sure if there's a mercy rule or not here. I think there is. I believe this will be our last inning, but I think the Bombers, unfortunately, are going to have to bat. I say unfortunately because this has been a little bit painful to watch. For those of you sticking with us, appreciate it. I'm sure the Bombers appreciate it. We might see a good play here or there. Something to get excited about, so keep watching. Hits right in front of the plate. Will stops it. Runners stay put. Henry hoping for a nice, easy one over to third, I think. That ball a little bit inside, but gets called a strike. Henry with his hand in his pocket over there. Hoping for a nice, easy roller. Step on third, call it the end, but not to be. And his ball 4. Bases are loaded. Okay, bases loaded. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Ball high and inside. Bounces against the backstop. Comes back out to Will. Runners stay put. Again, the ball overthrown, ends up out in center field, but runner gives himself up at second there, and that is going to end the inning. Okay, RV deciding that they've scored enough runs, maybe give the Bombers an at-bat. Fans starting to clear out here at Long Lake. Wind picking up a little bit now. The sun has set behind the mountains. Let's see if I can get you a shot of it. It's about as close as I can get. So we are in a shadow now, and it only gets colder from here. RV warming up. Let's see what a level 3 high school team looks like when they're warming up. And we're coming over to second here. That's the next one over to third. Pretty good. That difference a year or two makes in men's development. Get a lot stronger, a lot bigger. Looks like we're getting pitches around 70 miles an hour from the RV pitcher. That went in at 68. A four-seamer, I believe, did not move up or down very much. Tailed just a hair left to right. Good pitch. Bombers did warm up their high-speed batting last night, cranking the machine all the way up at the park for practice. So hopefully they are ready to hit these 70-mile-an-hour pitches. Looks like Henry Gardner leading off for the Bombers this inning. We are in the bottom of the fourth, and undoubtedly this will be the last inning. That first pitch in, catches the outside of the plate for a strike. Henry looking at it, didn't want any of it. Ready to hit now. That one low in the dirt. All right, the count is 1-1. Another low in the dirt. That one in at 66. That one was 66. The one before it was up near 70. That pitch inside, ball 3. Henry running now on a foul ball. Fouled up the third base side. We do have a full count. That ball low. Walking Henry. Henry aboard. All right, well, I think we might get a throw over to first here. We'll see how Henry's lead is. About 6-foot lead right now. Actually, it's coming home, and that is a passed ball, but Henry stays put, doesn't run on the play, and we now have ball 1. Ball 1. Henry with about a 10-foot lead now, maybe 8 feet. Ball hits sharply over to the third base side, gets through the infield. Henry ends up at second on the play, and the Bombers have 2 aboard on the nice hit from, I want to say, Will Hall. I think that was Will Hall on that hit. All right, both runners taking about a 10-foot lead. First pitch, a swing. Can't quite see who's up to bat. That ball inside. Actually, Will Hall up to bat, so it is Will Hall at batter, and I do not have any idea who's at first. Oh, I'm sorry, Jace Verardi. That is who it was. Jace with that nice hard hit got through the infield. Will now up to bat, trying to keep the momentum going here for the Bombers. So that ball outside, low, evens the count at 2. The count is 2-2. Bombers have 2 runners on, runners at first and second. Henry taking a big lead at second, but Will strikes out looking. Okay, Carter Prince up to bat, I believe. Yep, the ball outside. Ball right down the middle for strike 1. The count is 1-1. Bombers have 2 on. Runners at first and second. Jace Verardi at first, Henry Gardner at second. That ball right down the middle for strike 2. Carter looking at that one, probably wants it back. All right, Carter ready to hit now with 2 strikes. Checks his swing on the pitch outside, and the count is even at 2. 2-2 is the count. 1 out, 2 runners on, first and second. That ball high and outside, but in for a strike, so sitting Carter down on strike 3 brings up Mason with 2 outs, trying not to strand these last 2 runners for the Bombers. Mason Kalupa. All right, Henry Gardner, nobody holding him on at second, is taking about a 10-foot primary. Now he's got about a 15-foot secondary. Ball hit up to the first base side. First baseman has it and will race Mason to the bag, beats him there, and that ends the game and ends the inning for RV, who ends up beating the Bombers handily, 27-3. Well, we're going to turn it around and have a second game now. We are going to play the second game of our doubleheader. So we will end this stream and bring back another stream. You should find it on the Bombers channel already scheduled. If you want to look under live, you should see one that says upcoming. So we will end this stream and we will move over to the next stream. So if you are watching on YouTube, please just take this opportunity to click on our channel, subscribe to the channel, make sure you click that bell icon, get notified when the Bombers games start. And that way you'll never miss a game. So bye for now.